Are you an OCD OG? Well, what's an OCD OG? It's an OCD original gangster, of course. An OCD OG original gangster is someone who has been doing this and struggling with this for years, right? And the original term is coined for people who have been doing something for a long time, that they've kind of mastered it or they've become really experienced at it. Usually probably a person who is a gangster in the streets, who has had years of experience in crime and basically knows how to move, dip in and out of the system. So I consider myself an OCD OG in some ways. And I know there are lots of OCD OGs out there. And I know the biggest problem for us as OCD sufferers is our thoughts, right? The horrible, heinous thoughts that come to us that cause us to do the compulsions and rituals. Not just the thoughts though, right? We have images too that are horrible, heinous, horrid, terrible. I mean, what other synonyms could I come up with? There are so many, but they're bad. So that's what I'm talking about today, the thoughts. And as a person who is an OG, who's kind of found some ways to deal with the thoughts and still struggling in lots of ways, I want to share some things really quickly so that maybe you can be helped with your thoughts. So my first tip is to not be afraid of the thoughts. I still have anxiety, obviously, about my thoughts, but I don't let it determine what I'm going to do. I used to think, okay, I thought that today, so I'm just not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stay here because I don't know what's happening. The thoughts are coming. What if they come when I'm doing this? What if they come? You have to keep living. That's just the way it is. You have to realize that the thoughts are there, not because you're a bad person, but because you have OCD, because you have a mental health disorder. That's why. And the minute you start giving all those thoughts a place and thinking, oh, I'm a bad person, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, that is when you really get into a state of unwellness. My next tip, if you can find a way to get a hold of and really start to reduce your compulsions and rituals, you will probably find that your thoughts dissipate sooner. What I have learned over the years as the OCD OG that I figure that I am, which I'm probably giving myself way more credit than I deserve. But as a person who has suffered, I feel like I should take my credit because I have years of suffering under my belt. So I will tell you that the more that I ritualize and do compulsions based on a thought, the worse the thoughts get. They don't get better. You get temporary relief. Then the next time that thought is stronger. So if you can find a way to reduce your compulsions and rituals, and I talk about that in a video, you should go look at that video. The video is a little long, but there is some valuable information there. So you should go watch it and watch it in its entirety. If you can get a control of your compulsions and rituals, you will find that the thoughts start to dissipate. So all of the OCD OGs out there, you need to come over here to this community and help, because there are people over here who are struggling, probably who are just beginning this journey. And they need advice, they need help. If you comment, people read the comments and they will see what you're doing and how you're improving yourself. And it will help me because I'm still not where I need to be. I'm still struggling. Just because I have years of struggle under my belt doesn't mean that I've reached the mountaintop, because I haven't. So come over here and help us all. We need you. I will talk to you all next time. Be good to yourselves. I hope these tips help. If you have tips, again, comment, subscribe, and like, and come back. Talk to you next time. Bye.